What's going on YouTube? It's CutsbyCoast back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a TPOB play set. We have right here the Panda play set, the Stormtrooper, whatever you guys call this thing, the all white and black set. We got the full whiteout with the black badges, and then we've already done this clipper before, but I'm going to treat it like I've never opened it. So here we go. We have the play clipper right here, the play trimmer right here. The clipper is going to come with 5 hours of runtime, and then the trimmer is going to come with 3 hours of runtime. This one has the XO play blade, like all of them do currently, and then this trimmer comes with the softy blade pre-installed. So I already had the clipper, I wanted the trimmer, and on Prime Day I got this bundle right here for $150. So what I did was I took this one and I sold it to one of my barbers out here, and I sold it for 60 bucks. So you know, it was a good deal for him, and I could upgrade at the same time, get you guys another video. So let's get into the box. Alright guys, so down here in the box, we're gonna go ahead and open this thing up. As you see, we got the black and white cartoons here. The black and white play. See, the XO play. And we also have the chunk blade you could try out. It's like the OG master blade. Nice click lever. You guys can make that a little tighter, a little looser, whatever you really like. We have the play trimmer. This thing is gonna have, it says right here on the back, 2 hours of charge time with 3 hours of run time. So here's the trimmer, very nice. Again, this was probably my favorite colorway he's dropped. And that's the thing, he keeps dropping all these different colorways and they're all nice. So me, just as a clipper fanatic, I just grab them all. Again, $150 on Amazon for this set right here. Solo, this is gonna be $100. This one's gonna be $130. The blade itself is gonna be $30. So like, grab the bundle if you can. So there's that. I have 2 of these charging bases, white base with the black label. 2 of those. Let's see what else is down here in the box. Clipper manual, 2 charging cables. You can plug these in directly and cut with them if that's your thing, but with the high runtime, you probably should never have to. Got the good screwdriver. Again, if you're used to some random screwdriver, this is one that helps you not strip your screws. So here's the screwdriver to set the trimmer. If you want to set this thing, you want to take this right here. You literally screw it in. Let's just see. Mine looks pretty good out the box. I don't want to mess with it very much, but you'll feel the screw hitting this piece up in here. And you will know when you're moving this, because if you over gap it, you're gonna have to take it all the way apart and do it by hand. So you screw that in there to zero gap it, and you don't have to do too much to get it fully zero gap, but right out the box, it's a pretty good gap. Like, it's fine, but I always zero gap my tools. And then with the clipper, zero gap it, you're gonna get this piece right here. You come over here to the side, in between the blades, I always close it up and try to wiggle it in there. You push it through there. You hold this side so that the cutter is not gonna hit the edges. And whenever you tighten the screws, it helps keep that gap, and also it's not gonna rub on your guards. So zero gap it with the tool if you need to. You don't have to, but it's a cool option there. Here's the oil. Again, this should get you through a while, honestly, but everybody has their own little things, a little brush down here too. And then we have the guards all the way up to number 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.5 guard. And that's everything that's gonna come in here. I Only thing not included is the little Allen wrench piece, and that's only if you mess up the zero gap on this. Again, I didn't even actually need to use it. When I took the screws off of my other one that I overgapped, I literally could get in here and loosen these screws up and I could push it up myself. But again, I'm not trying to recommend anything that will make you guys mess up your tools. Just be careful setting it the first time and you won't have any issues. Let's go ahead and do a sound test. The first speed is 6,000 RPMs. The high speed is 7,500 RPMs, which is the one that I often keep it on. Now for the trimmer, this one's gonna come in at a straight 7,000 RPM. Let's turn this thing on. And again, the Softy blade is the full size blade. I prefer this one over the pencil blade, but I haven't got a chance to get my hands on the Crazy blade or the Psycho for the play yet. That's will be eventually what I throw onto this trimmer. So let's go get some clips, and I'll just go ahead and tell you guys, these are already some of my favorite tools to use in the shop, so I am gonna recommend them to you for sure. Alright guys, let's get into this cut today. We're gonna do a 1.5 with the grain. We're gonna do a high taper with the shaver on the sides but not in the back, so we don't bump up our clients and irritate their skin. Go ahead and start this cut by finding the crown and combing around it. And as you can see, he has a great wave pattern, so it's very easy to follow. And just keep going around the head, turn the client as needed. Keep combing just to make sure that none of the hair is like matted down, isn't the right word, but almost like hidden. Sometimes you gotta comb it a couple times to get it to pop back where it needs to be. And anytime I'm doing wave cuts, I'm always using the high speed, the 7,500 RPMs. Or if you guys use any clippers that have the higher speed, like I can't wait for the Go to drop, it's gonna have 9,000 RPM, so on that one I'll use that speed to knock this down. When we set this high taper line, we want to make sure to leave the bars as long as possible. Now, me and my client both know, unfortunately, his bars aren't too long, so we have to preserve as much as possible, but also take the C-cup all the way off. Don't leave any hint of the C-cup. Then bump that shaver all the way up to the line because we can take it out with the trimmer. Now, this isn't going to be the biggest open section, but we want to make sure that we set up a clean path before we now fade down within our guideline. Now, we're going to take the lever halfway and we're going to flick out to the line we just set, but not push up all the way. Same thing with the lever all the way closed. This is where you could drop down to that slower speed and really detail if you want to. We can come in with that one guard and go ahead with the lever all the way open and debulk the sides. Again, the top is a 1.5. We're gonna take one step down to clear that panel. And then we're just gonna turn the clip around, still with the lever open, and flick out into that because we don't really want to use the 1.5 unless we have to. And we want to keep the waves on the ridges. Now with the one guard, I kind of move pretty quick. I treat it as these 3 steps or one open, one closed, and then I come in with the half guard halfway. Before we move to the half guard, we're gonna take our one guard closed and finish debulking along that parietal ridge. So now that we know we will not need the 1.5 for this cut, lighten up that area around the corners so that when we line up around the ear, it's gonna be a very smooth lineup. It's not gonna be a bunch of curls hanging over. Now, as you guys can see, here's a cowlick right there in the front, so we're just going to go right to that point and start our hairline there. Then we can move on over to his left corner, or our right corner, the side that we're about to move to. As you can see, following his natural hairline, it kind of arches down towards the corner. So again, if we wanted to make the bars very long, we could push it back, but as you see, we're going to try to keep it as natural as possible post the cowlick area. Go ahead and set in that sidebar line, and again, it's not very strong right there, so we're just gonna give a rough draft and then come back in and get this corner sharp. But again, you see the hair still hanging over just a little bit. So now we've got that hair, and this is the last piece on this side of the lineup. Now you can see the cowlick again, we're going right up against it right there. And again, we don't want to take it back too much, but we just want it to be a sharp, consistent, dark line all the way across. You see me using my finger to help rest his head so I don't have any unnecessary movements while doing the lineup. You always want to make sure you have some stability while doing the lineup, because you never know, somebody could try to sit so still that they're moving. So again, almost like a rough draft on the side. See what hairs are going to curl up, comb it over if we need to, and then we can actually get it how we need to. Now again, if you guys want to use some enhancement, you could and really make this thing pop, but I'm not going to take it any more than this. It's just the cowlick area. We have to assess it a couple times to make sure it's not going to be hanging over, and that when he leaves here and brushes it, it's not going to be sticking up or anything like that. So as y'all see on my station, this is already what I'm rocking right here. We got the gray ones and the blue ones. I know they're in the wrong docks. Now I have this set too. So it's time to do some changing around here, figure out what's gonna stay and what's gonna go. If you guys are interested in some TPOB tools, use code COAST15 and save yourself 15% off your order. I would also grab this shaver too, just to make sure you have the whole set. All right guys, that's the end of today's video. If you guys like this video, leave me some likes, comments, hit that subscribe button, share the video with a friend, and comment down below if there's any clippers you'd like to see. It's CutsbyCoast, and I'm out of here.